It took me too long to understand that for mastering a good cinematic video, and if you want to be someone who can be a good person for making a cinematic video for any perspective, any kind of videos, these 5 things will help you to just overcome all of the problems. And I've experienced it from the time I started creating videos, and I'm going to tell you one by one why these are really important with the quick short description. First one, you have to be patient. Instead of creating 3 videos in a month, in a week, just stick on one good video which is 100% good in 1 month or 1 week or 2 weeks. Just don't rush. If you rush in cinematic videos, you will lose the details, and those details matters for connecting the emotions of the viewer with your video. That's why it's really important to be patient. Second thing, you need to have shot list. If you don't have shot list, then it's really hard. Sometimes you will end up with the shots that cannot connect to each other in the post-processing when you're editing, and then you end up realizing, oh, I need this shot, I need that shot, and you will end up getting tired and frustrated and not happy. Even if you're not taking the other shots, then you're gonna edit it in a way that doesn't turn out to be great. That's why having a shot list is really important. It's not like just a Instagram quick reel that you're just gonna put it out. It's a cinematic video, so the details matters. That's why you need to have a shot list, and especially these days with the AI, it's just easy. And you can ask AI, yes, it gives generic results usually, but you have to just turn it to something that's useful. The third thing is the storytelling. How are you going to communicate the emotion, the value, the message from the video? Even if your video quality is really bad, how are you going to tell put the structure in a way that attracts the viewer attention? That's why you might have seen some of the videos, they have really good storytelling, but their video quality and their like stabilization and the other things are not really good. But because of the storytelling, people still watching it. So storytelling is also really important when it comes to creating cinematic videos. The fourth one is one of the maybe hardest one in these 5 things, but one of the most important thing, the sound design. How are you going to use the audios and the effects in a correct way, in a correct manner? Because a lot of people, they go and buy the subscriptions for the audio stock, and they are great audios, and they think by just getting that they're gonna get the best audio. But still, if you have the best audios, cinematic audios and stuff, if you cannot use it in a way which makes sense in a cinematic video, then it will be hard to get a good result, and it will end up something off from your video. Because blending the audio, the effects, the story, the design, it's one of the skills that a lot of people doesn't have, and this is something I'm learning, and that's why I'm mentioning these 5 things. If you have these, you're gonna be a good cinematographer, because then you can blend these things together. So that's why it's really important to go and watch some like sound design videos for filmmaking or cinematic videos, that you understand at least the foundation and the basics and the fundamentals of it, that okay, I have to use like this, I have to use this like this, and how much I have to use. That's why sound design is one of the most important things. The last one is also very important. I believe that everyone has creativity in one thing, but you just have to figure it out and improve it. Let's say if someone has creativity in painting cars, someone has creativity in carpenting, or someone has creativity in making videos. So you just have to be creative. The 5th one is the creativity. How you can be creative in a way that it makes your video stand out from others. Repetitive content, it's really hard to just put it up on the internet, because it's just a lot of content there on YouTube also. That's why if you're trying to stand out from the crowd, I think it's better to just find out which area you're creative. Let's say I'm good at carpenting. How I'm gonna use that creativity in my cinematic videos? And if you're editing videos, how I'm gonna turn it to cinematic videos or anything? And then that's why AI still cannot catch to that creativity level, because it usually gives you the data that it has been trained on. That's why even if you get your data from AI, try to turn it to something creative. Try to touch it. Don't leave it like that. Don't get just the AI thing and then make your thing based on that. That's why creativity is important, and I believe everyone has creativity. Just find out which area you're creative and use that for the benefit of your cinematic videos. So yeah, these are the things I have experienced, and I have learned that now if I want to create a cinematic video, I will definitely sit down, open an AI tool or just a notebook and say, okay, I want to create this. Let's say I want to create a video about how I service my car, and then I just put the story down. Okay, or I just ask AI like, hey, let's say in natural language, I just ask AI, I say, hey, I want to create a dramatically cinematic video that connects emotionally with the viewers about about me servicing my car, not going to the mechanic, and the process that it takes with the great sound effects and the good structure. Then it will give you the rough idea, which is like opens up the idea for you, the creativity for you, that you're gonna be like, okay, if I use this, then I can create a good video. Then based on that, you can keep revising that result from the AI you got, and then you can have the final shot list. Then you go and take the shot list and you go take 2 shots. Then after that you see, okay, you got 2 shots. Do you need some A-rolls? Then you get the A-rolls. Do you need some B-rolls? You get the B-rolls. So A-roll, B-roll, those are the shot lists. So if you got those things, then you can come back and sit and see like which kind of sound effects now you need when you're editing. Then you need some kind of sound effects. You're just patient and you're just going step by step, and then you add the sound effects and you relax. You're not just gonna go and post it because you just want it to be good, then post it. Because I was the same. I was rushing too much. I just record the video and edit it and just put it out without touching anything. But I realized that instead of just rushing, it's better to just wait 1 week and just put 1 video a week or 2 video a week instead of putting 5 video a week. And then you will see the result that it's dramatically different, and you will definitely love the result you got, and you'll be proud of your work because now you treat it as a job or treat it something serious. That's why the result is getting better. Yeah. Now, if I want to create a cinematic video, I would definitely do that. I would definitely sit down and take a notebook. I'm trying to make more videos like this that might be useful for someone who started and interested in making videos like this or making cinematic videos, that it can help to save the time, because knowledge is valuable when it's shared.